How's it going, everybody? This is Craig Bushrock, welcome to my channel. I'm awake now. My lights are on. I'm not tired. I'm not angry. When you work all night in the heat and stuff like that, and you come home and get news about PlayStation doing what they did, yeah. Someone made the comment, which I understood what he's talking about. You knew this was coming. It's like, yeah, I knew it was coming. But it doesn't mean I don't have a right to talk about it. It's just, I vented on people too. It's like, I don't usually do that. Oops. Sorry about that on Twitter, guy. But yeah, well, we can talk about all that stuff, why this has been going on and stuff like that, and what came up to this. But I just remember back in the days when PlayStation 4 and Xbox One was being launched, and PlayStation handed the game. This is how you trade games and stuff like that. But I knew the writing was on the wall last year when Sony pulled production, not making no more Blu-ray discs. So it was people that really make Blu-ray discs, I think was Sony, and they don't do that no more. And Panasonic, they're like the co-founders of Blu-ray discs. And when I seen that last year, when they stopped making Blu-ray discs, I knew it was just a matter of time. It was like, wow, Sony is eliminating making Blu-ray discs. It's supposedly not going to affect games or nothing like that, but for like movies and stuff like that, when you look on the back with 4K and Blu-ray, it's probably not made by Sony. If it is, it's probably leftover discs that they've had, probably sitting in a warehouse somewhere to print the movie on to. But it's probably Panasonic that probably has that. There's not very many people in the game right now when it comes to physical media itself. That I do know. The thing that I don't like is the fact that Xbox is in the same boat right now with the Helix, that they're not going to have it where you can attach a disk drive to it. We don't know yet if they're going to change their mind on that, where you can attach a disk drive, because right now it's so anti-consumer what's going on for media, where you have to rely on your older consoles to play your games. So basically, the PlayStation 5 will be the last console to be able to play something that's backwards compatible, like PS4 games. Switch is, people, as much as they talk about the game key card, all right, at least it's still a physical product that you can trade in, or you can buy used somewhere else. The consumer still has an option for choice. So as much as we complain about game key cards, it's no different than when we buy some of the current PlayStation 5 or Series X games. When we get it, there's just a key on the disc where you download the game. So it's no different. But at least when we got that physical disc, as long as the servers are still up on it, you can go out to GameStop and trade the game in, or go to Disc Traders or whatever, or go trade the game in. That's the problem I've had with it, and I knew that was going to happen. And people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand the complications, implications, what's going to happen down the road when this goes on. If you're in that walled garden of buying only digital games, yeah, you still get sales on games, but that's because you can still go out and buy games at a cheaper price at a store. Xbox is still around, still releasing games, so they can have them going on. But that GTA comment I said about not buying it, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it either way. I'm gonna wait till it comes out on PC. I'd rather play it on PC, so I might have to wait a year to play it. So, if I'm gonna play an digital future, I'll just go on my Steam account and play it. I got 2 capable PCs that could play pretty much any modern game out there, so I'm not too worried about that. But most people don't have that luxury. People don't got a lot of money. They scrape up enough money to go get an Xbox or a PlayStation and play games. But when you got that walled approach where ain't no competition, they don't have to have a sale on games no more. They can charge what they want because there's no one else out there competing with them. So you can see why PlayStation took all their single player games off from Steam, because and bring it back to the PlayStation. They're preparing and stuff like that. But what PlayStation should have done is just have an option for a disc drive, so you have the options to play some of your older games. something that you can play, something that where other developers can actually launch a disc. It don't have to be a Sony branded disc. It could be a Panasonic branded Blu-ray disc or something. Put a DVD reader back in there so people can make a little double A game. but but yeah, I knew the writing was on the wall because it's terrible. It's a kind of a crappy thing. And with the RAM prices and the AI apocalypse going on, that's the biggest thing right there. That's not helping out either because of the price of the consoles. If they actually launch, if we didn't have this AI BS and stuff like that, and the console launched at $500 or $600 for a PlayStation 6, I guess maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you had to go digital. But when you're already at the point right now where you might have to charge $1,100 to $1,400 for your console and push all digital because you got to make your money back somehow. Yeah, that's the part right there. That's going to hurt. And it's going to lose a lot of people and stuff like that. I'm still a PlayStation person. I'm still an Xbox person, but I still won't support PlayStation 6 when it comes out. I won't support the Scarlet when it comes out because I got PC and Microsoft puts their games on PC, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I will buy some older games. That's the point I'm going to get to right now. The ripple effect, what's going to happen, especially with the PlayStation 3 store closing. That's when I ramped up my collecting when they talked about closing the PlayStation 3 store. That's when I started doing my major collecting on PlayStation 3 because they opened the store back up, and I knew the writing was on the wall, and I jumped on that bandwagon real fast, and I got that complete North American. I got some of my imports I want, like Pain. I got Xbox games that I like and stuff like that. But it's going to be tough now for a console. Trying to have it underneath your TV to put your disc in. Soon as the prices go down a little bit, well, I can still technically do it. I can go out and to the used market. I'm planning on buying building my own like a Steam Deck thing anyways, but I wasn't going to buy the Steam Deck for that much money. Well, I was going to build my own Steam Deck. The most money I'd be spending is be another disk drive. But I've got probably about 7 or 8 disk drives in my house somewhere. But I'm gonna just have a disk drive type box underneath my TV with a controller with the right emulators where I can launch a disc if possible. Because I watch videos of a guy that launches disc, but I thought about doing that a long time ago where I could set it up where I can put a disc in there and it reads it and stuff like that and launches. I think there's an emulator that does that. I just got to do my research on it, but I'm planning on building something like that. The graphics card's going to be a little bit pricey, and stuff like that. To the point, I won't get a big one. I'll probably get a micro card, something smaller, but something that I can do where I can put underneath my TV where it can does Steam and stuff like that, and things like that. But I can already back up my PS3 games on my external hard drives I have and run emulation. Granted, I don't get trophy support. I don't think I never really tried to do the trophy support on it. But I'm not too worried about trophy supports at this point anyways. I just want to play the game and stuff like that. So I don't have the capability. I'm not worried about the capabilities of getting games. I can get it if I want it. Really, really, really want the game. So I don't have a problem getting that. It's for the people out there that don't have the capabilities to be able to get games and do that, have a powerful computer to run them and stuff like that. I always support physical media. I support the companies that will do physical media. That's fine. Now, if PlayStation wanted to go just all digital, I guess for their games, I wouldn't have too much of a problem if they had a disc drive where you give the options for other people to make a physical. Because quite frankly, of all the exclusive that PlayStation came out with on the PlayStation 6, so I might lose out 15, 16 physical games from PlayStation. Oh, yeah, and the new God of War would be a digital. But they're saying that going forth until the 28th, the games that they announced will be on disc. But now the ripple effect about what's going to happen because of the combination of no disc and stuff like that, and you got to depend on your old hardware. You know what's going to happen with all the prices of these PlayStation 3 games and Xbox 360 games? Woo, man, you thought prices are cheap right now? Holy crap, I'm sitting on a gold mine, I think, right now, sitting behind me. Oh no. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But at the same time, if they take away if they take away any way for you to play any of your media at all, that's not a good thing, especially like movies. If you want to play a movie in your console, people bought their consoles sometimes to play movies and stuff. That's the one thing about my Xbox One X I like about it, is it's a great 4K player. So, and go out to the store right now and go find a 4K player. You might pay $200 to $300. That might jump up about another $300 right there. So later on down the road, because if Sony takes away the capable of doing anything on the console disc base, Xbox is doing the same thing. They're not putting a disc drive in the Xbox Scarlett. That's just a hybrid PC. Is like, that's great, I guess, for anybody who wants that. I guess it might be cheaper than trying to build a PC by the time that comes out next year, but I don't know what that Scarlett's going to cost. It's going to be ridiculous. So make sure you take care of your consoles, people. Especially if you got a Vita collection. I was going for that PlayStation Vita collection too. Dang it, man, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow now, trying to go for that. But yeah, I guess I gotta download updates a different way for my Vita games. Good thing I hacked my Vita. But I knew the stores were gonna close on the PlayStation 3 and the Vita. It was just a matter of time. I wanted to do the PlayStation 3 collection and Vita collection at the same time, but it's like trying to do that budget wise. That was kind of tough. Now I got a new job. So I'm kind of reevaluating what I got to do for collecting. I still can afford games. I don't worry about that. I don't have a problem with that. I just been kind of cleaning up my room, making it look a little bit better so I can put all my discs on a shelf. But no, it's like I just won't support the digital versions on a console. Live service games you can play on Steam, but if PlayStation don't want to put games on Steam, and if they want to wall it to their PlayStation 6 and not have a disc drive, I guess as I said, I am done being a PlayStation supporter of going forth after 2028. I will not support PlayStation 6 after that. I won't do it. Because if they're gonna do a walled garden where they can charge any price they want to, then okay. The writing was on the wall. We knew that. Well, there ain't much they can do about it. Say, oh yeah, we're just gonna continue making physical media. Then when last year they talked about stop making Blu-ray discs, I was like, I'm thinking to myself back then, I was like, man, they must got like tons and tons of warehouses full of discs, or something, or they made a deal with someone else to put their games on a disc, like Panasonic or whoever else that does it. Yeah. Good old, I still blame this one too on AI. They're not helping out. It'd be nice when the AI bubble burst, but I think when the AI bubble bursts and the prices hopefully gets driven down, I don't think it's gonna fix the problem, because everybody's gonna pretty much buy everything when it's cheap and scalp it on eBay either way. So you might as well forget about that when that happens. But if you're collecting games right now for older systems, be cautious when you go to the stores, because make sure you be able to buy the game that you're gonna buy and that you're gonna get. So yeah, the future is looking bright for physical media. And they want to make sure you don't own nothing. Ubisoft was right about one thing: you own nothing. Oh man, the Xbox was right about one thing back in the day: always online, because you don't own nothing. I love it when PlayStation did that. This is how you share a game. But Yeah, they're being forced in a corner right now because of AI. I have a feeling if this AI crap wasn't going on, um, the writing on the wall was done about even over a year ago. I don't think we'll be having this conversation about physical media at all. I think we would still have a generation of physical media. Like this PlayStation is gonna have to make their money somehow. But I think this, like I said, I think this is gonna bite them in the ass because a lot of people are angry and rightfully so. And when they say 80-20, 80% is all digital in the past and 20% was all physical. Well, I don't think PlayStation understands some of the stuff that people buy are DLC, um, microtransactions for certain online service games. That's why PlayStation wants to continue online service games. So that's what people are spending money on that. So if PlayStation has a wall garden and there's no other place to play all certain online games, Xbox Xbox has Call of Duty, but they have to release it on PlayStation. If Xbox wants to be a think about it, it could be only on PlayStation 6 and now Xbox Scarlet. And yeah, I don't think Microsoft will be dumb enough to skip PC. But yeah, the good old wall garden of PlayStation. But yeah, I was a little mad this morning going on Twitter there. I don't usually go on Twitter. That's because that's a cesspool of a whole bunch of people. Because I do go down to reality. I do talk about it. But everybody has a right to protest something that they don't like. As much as I don't like protesting. But I do have a right to voice my opinion about why I don't think it's cool what they're doing, but I know it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. And it's gonna happen. Uh, yeah. And my good old Grand Theft Auto didn't help at all. Yeah, I'm not letting them off the hook anyways. They charge $80 for the vanilla version of Grand Theft Auto 6, but if you want the true version of it, you got to spend that $100 for it. Oh, that's so greedy. I wish people would see the implications of what's going on right now. People that only buy digital games, I wish you would just see how bad it's gonna get. Oh man, yeah, you might buy two games, but if you have a kid or something like that that wants to play a game and they find out about disc versions, well, that's probably not going to happen because just like lambs, it's going to be fed the way that the big corporations want to feed you. They're going to make sure that you know you're going to do this because this is how we're going to do it for you. You know. Oh yeah, it's more and more. Where's my touch my grass thing there? More and more, I like going out touching grass, going outside and doing stuff. Um, Running out of things to do because well at least they still got movie theaters. One thing I do miss is drive-ins. I mean, we got drive-ins, but I got to drive 70 miles to get to a drive-in. Yeah, the modern day living, I guess you can call it. At least I got my comic book still. I'm gonna go see Jack on Friday. So at least I have that. But we'll see what's going to happen in the near future because like I said, if you guys look it up about the Blu-ray discs, Sony pretty much own most of the stakes on Blu-ray discs, and they stopped manufacturing them last year. So that's when the writing on the wall was going to happen. Just a matter of not matter if it's going to happen, matter when it was going to happen. That it's things going to dry out, but they're still manufactured discs because we still get movies. But limited run games is going to have a fun time. What they're going to do? Start selling special editions with a code in the box now. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I remember back when I got Starfield Special Edition and I got that dongle thing there, and I crack up because I'm thinking to myself, I was like, this dongle thing is worth more than the disc. I was like, they wasted more money on this dongle and the case than the disc. I was like, really? Why would they? It's like they could have just left the dongle thing out and just put the key code on the disc where I can download Starfield. It wouldn't have cost as much as what they did right there. That's what that made me laugh. I remember what was it, God of War or the Spider-Man 2 special edition, I think, didn't have a physical version, I don't think. I think I had to buy that one separately, if I remember correctly. A couple of my special editions didn't have a version of it. I remember Red Dead Redemption 2 special edition had the game. So, but I bought the game. I pre-ordered the Red Dead Redemption 2 game separate from the special editions. I wanted a special edition, which I still have it. Oh, down there. That thing is so cool. I like that. That one I don't regret buying because I love that collection. That thing was so awesome. I still open that up once in a while just to check out some of the cool stuff that's in there. It, yeah, when just keep that in mind when your options are being taken away for choice. Then we're like the lambs and going out for the slaughter pretty much. They control everything. If you want to be a gamer, it's going to be tougher down the road. Even for the all digital folks out there, yeah, the prices might jump up for you. We don't know yet. So if you buy 1 or 2 games a year, if you actually buy only 1 or 2 games a year, might pay $110 for your new game because they control the pricing of it. But people do voice their opinions and stuff like that, and I'm hoping more than 20% of the physical version collectors let Sony know that's not a good idea. But I don't think there's enough people out there that's gonna voice their opinion to sway Sony in that direction. But like I said, at the same time, I don't think there's anything Sony really could do about it. Unless they manufacture Blu-ray discs again, they open up their Blu-ray disc factory and stuff like that, and make disc drives again, not so expensive. If you can go on Amazon and buy a disc drive. You can go to Walmart. You can buy those little slim disc things there if they still have them there. I've got a couple of them. I bought a few of them. But you can still buy them. You can still buy Blu-ray players, but how long is that gonna last? Oh, that's the other thing too. I did talk about that this morning about Sony taking away those movies. Was it in the UK or something like that? Oh, a whole bunch of movies and stuff like that just took them off their library. Didn't that happen like about a few years ago? They did that stunt too, if I remember correctly, a few years ago. For one thing, who's buying movies on the PlayStation anyways? I was thinking about that. I was like, I think I bought a couple movies on the PlayStation. They did take them away, but I had them backed up onto a drive, so it's not like I didn't lose anything. Oh man, that's so much fun. I always still comment about Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo show about not releasing everything that they ever done on physical media. That's the one I had to get my software to download the rest of them onto my NAS over there so I can watch them right there offline. It's like, geez, at least that didn't go away yet. My Scrappy Doo show on Amazon, that's still there. But yeah, uh, that's the other thing too. When you buy a movie, sometimes like on YouTube, that's how I noticed that when I got some movies off YouTube, it wouldn't carry over to like Fandango where you can watch it there, where you can't link it together or something like that. Oh, what was it that I had? I can't remember, but I just remember it's like, wait a minute. My daughter wants to watch this and she's not going to sign into my YouTube. And it's like, oh crap. I was not about the double dip. So I got my way of getting it onto the NAS where she can watch it. Yeah, I can't remember what it was now. Yeah. But yeah, people want to know why this is going on. That's some of the reasons right there about Sony not manufacturing Blu-rays from last year. They stopped making them, but we do got people still make Panasonic. I think is one of them, but it's going to be the lack of media being available to make these movies and games. Movies are coming back with some kind of a demand because younger generation is buying movies. I wish this younger generation would just buy games instead of sitting down at home waiting for it to download when it comes out at midnight. I miss those midnight launches over at some of the stores too. You know, getting out, touching grass, going out, meeting people and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, was that Superman actor dude there, and he wants to stay at home and play games instead of going out. That's not a good thing to say. I mean, wow. I might have to go up to my buddy Matt's property, go hang out up there and stuff like that, and go lick my wounds a little bit. Nah, I'm probably gonna go jump on the game before I go to work. But I'm a little bit more calmer. But my stance does not really change about going forward. I was like, I won't support the Xbox Scarlet. I'm not going to support the PlayStation 6. I will support my Switch too, though, because if they still launch games, even though it's a game key card, I hate to say it, I will buy it and stuff. At least know I can trade it. It's like the one last ditch effort to go out and buy a physical version. Yep. All right, everybody. Enough stuff talking about like PlayStation and all that. Try to get a rookies video out tomorrow. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like, give me a thumbs down. Comment down below. Now a little more calmer. Have you checked out some of the reasons why PlayStation's really kind of getting rid of media and stuff like that? You can look up the articles too about them stop making discs from last year. I talked about it, I think last year about it. So let me know in the comments below and stuff like that. Are you gonna buy Grand Theft Auto 6 on the PlayStation? You can let me know in the comments on that one too. That one, I guess I'm gonna wait till it comes out on PC. I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about it. Let me know in the comments and make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll check y'all in the next video. All right, bye everybody. Fun times.